Hello, welcome. And yeah, if you are up to date, I was going through a really hard time and I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue making videos or not. And I don't even really want to, I guess, label my videos because of the most recent happening. And I feel maybe I took it out of context, but at the same time, I was honoring my feelings, and I feel like it was a great opportunity for me to explore probably unhealed wounds within myself that was coming to the surface or being triggered by previous events. Um, Coming full circle, I feel much better. I'm obviously still processing some things, but it. I guess the topic today revolves around the power of the tongue and how words that we use can either build someone or something up or break them down. And I think you will agree that on the basis of creation, both are necessary. But, like I personally come from a standpoint where I feel like words should be used for constructive purposes. And if it's not going to be constructive or of service, then I'll probably let it go. I'll let it go because it's toxic, it's poisonous, and it's very negatively charged, you know. Not saying that, that's good or bad, right or wrong, but I feel like, yeah, your tongue can deliver words of healing, words that uplift another, or it can totally push someone down. And that's been coming up in my life a lot lately. And then I have to kind of sit back and look at myself and how I predominantly function. Like, have I been using my words to uplift or to, push people down? I feel like there's just so much tied to this too. And then I started questioning, like, what is the difference between gossiping and venting? And when is it the right time to distribute particular information? Should this information be distributed? You know what I mean? Like, especially if it will harm someone else, I I'm still kind of sitting with this stuff. I haven't really come to a clear conclusion on it, but I definitely am aware that, the cause and effect of what's being said and, how you can utilize that tool, you know what I mean, in your own personal life. And also, in the same vein, like if you were to kind of sit back and reflect upon you and your inner atmosphere, what are you telling yourself? What are you allowing your mind to distribute to your inner atmosphere? Because there's information everywhere, and information is constantly being um, expressed and taken in. It's just, I feel like you have the choice to decide what is worthwhile and what isn't worthwhile for consumption. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess tomato, tomato, everybody is as they are and has, can be who they want to be. But this whole video revolves around like gossiping, venting, and how your tongue can distribute poison or it can distribute medicine, you know what I mean? Internal and external. And it's such a complex thing, especially since when we socialize, in order to form connections, I read an article that stated that we are actually addicted to gossiping to some extent. And, you know, that kind of made me think about, like, do I participate in gossip no matter how subtle it is, you know, like, and I will heartily admit I do, and I was feeling guilty about it, and then doing research on guilt, and they were saying how guilt is a negatively charged emotion, and it stems from past experiences, and it's probably in your best interest to let feelings of guilt go, because it stemmed in the past and you can't go back and change it. All you can do is, you know, look at yourself in this moment, realize what is done, and move past guilt and try to move into a better space where you hopefully won't be operating from that same system. You know, instead you'll like learn from the previous action and take action to, you know, level up and do something that is, I guess, more harmonious for yourself and others. Yeah, so guilt tripping yourself or allowing others to guilt trip you is absolutely a no-no. It's just not beneficial. I mean, obviously the emotion is there for you to experience. However, if you were to cycle over and over in that particular emotion, it does no good for you or for the people around you or the experiences you want to create. So, what else was I going to say? Yeah, so, I don't know. I feel like this video is silly. I'm probably not going to post it. But, gossiping versus venting. Venting, I feel, is, you know, if something is weighing on you and you really need advice to clear it or to move through it because you're having a hard time processing it, then you talk to, you know, or you consult people that you trust and feel safe, who will provide sound advice for you so that it'll help to lighten the load that you're carrying. Gossip is when you are trying to make someone else look bad, I suppose. I mean, that's like a very basic form of it. Also, twisting and distorting information that may not be true. I feel like that's gossiping, you know. Yeah, I don't know, it's a fine line, you know. There's a fine line between it, and there's also different levels and degrees of it as well, you know. There's innocent gossip, and then there could be like very, very dangerous and destructive gossip. It just depends on the level or degree that you are, you know, experiencing or distributing, I suppose. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I hope you're well, and I know anything that feels discomforting appears to help you to see things that you probably were blind to, and it is also there to help you to level up and to, you know, dive deeper into the different dimensions of yourself in order to become. Anyways, have a beautiful night. Take care. Amen.